Alright boys, welcome back to another video. So today's going to be a trading recap of the two trades that I took last night, but it's going to be a bit of a different video today. Instead of like the live analysis, I'm just going to go over my trades and then I'm going to back test this week. So I saw a few really high probability trades that you could have taken. So yeah, let's just go over the trades we lost. Alright, so these are the two trades we took. This was EU and this was GU. So before we go over our trades, I do just want to say these were both really bad trades to take. The probabilities weren't the highest. There definitely were confluences that lowered the probabilities. Let's go over GU first and what I could have done better. Alright, so for GU, I was looking for shorts for the day because I had a bearish bias, because I thought we broke structure on the 4 hour right here and we were holding this nice 4 hour fair value gap right here. We scaled on into the 1 hour now, and we can see that this fair value gap gets condensed nicely into this 1 hour fair value gap. And then if we go down onto the 15, I was looking at this trade like this was a level of buy side liquidity being taken out, so price was going to reverse, taking out buy side and then tapping into the fair value gap to go lower to like this fair value gap down here. That was my main target. Here's the thing, this is why I shouldn't have traded this. Like it just wasn't a high probability trade. Like I didn't follow my trading plan. To be honest, I was just looking for an escape. I was using trading as a casino and a dopamine hit more than a job where I'm looking for probabilities. I saw a 1 minute break right here, and then we had a 1 minute fair value gap all throughout here. And then this whole area was a breaker block. So I was like, yeah, cool, we got a 1 minute silver bullet, and I entered. Obviously got stopped out. I think I de-risked because this was my second trade, and I lost around $150 on a 25k account. So it's not great, it's not horrible, but I definitely should not have taken the trade, and there are a few reasons why I should not have taken this trade. So number one, there was no 5 minute break plus fair value gap. For my trades, I usually want at least a 5 minute break and fair value gap, and I'm on the 5 minute time frame right now, and there's clearly none of that. The second thing was, I just genuinely shouldn't have traded. It's one of these days where you just shouldn't have traded and you did, but realistically, bro, it just looks like I was liquidity. Like there's an internal sweep here and then price goes down, hits my TP. So unfortunately, I was just liquidity because I just decided to force a trade because I had fucking tunnel vision shorts. But yeah. Alright, let's go on to EU now. So I reckon my bias for EU was actually decent. We had a level of previous daily low sell side liquidity right here. And on the 1 hour, we broke structure to the upside right here. And we had a 1 hour fair value gap. So I was like, cool, we got a 1 hour break, 1 hour fair value gap. I think I could take a trade off this because I do think all of these high up fair value gaps, they want to get hit, right? So I'm going to try long up there. I remember drawing an EQ. As you guys can see, right, they would bounce off the 50% mark right here. So I was like, cool, we've hit my point of interest. We've hit my point of interest. And then as soon as that happened, I saw we got a 15-minute break. Yep, and we had a 15-minute fair value gap, which is where I entered on. So yeah, from there I took a long up into this. This was my first take profit at this 15-minute fair value gap. As you can see, we hit it, and then I put my stop loss to break even, and that just saved me from getting destroyed by this. And on this trade, it made me around $61. So overall, today was a losing day, and we had around a $90 loss. But that's not too much on a 25k account. That's less than 0.5%. So it's no problem. We can make that back easily next week. But yeah, this is an example of what I call a low probability trade. This wasn't just, I just didn't like trading this. I didn't like the confluences I had. I didn't like how there were so many opposing confluences. Like the fact that I literally entered these two trades at the same time, right? And we know that EU and GU move similarly. So if I entered at the same time and I wanted one position to go down towards my TP down here, why would I want another position to go up at the same time? It just wouldn't make any sense, if you know what I mean. So that played into it, and then there were just a bunch of missing confluences, rushed analysis, like not focusing on probabilities, and just a bunch of bad habits happened. But enough about my losses. Let's go on to some really high probability trades that I saw this week when I was backtesting, because I saw a few, and I actually remember seeing Monday. I'll show you this example on Monday. But I remember I was trading. I was recording a video of this, but unfortunately, I didn't get an entry due to I didn't have a high time frame bias, so that's why I didn't enter on Monday. But yeah, I'll just show you what I saw. Okay, so on Monday, just ignore all the other stuff. They'll come into it in the future. But on Monday, we didn't really have a high time frame bias. I guess that you could say we broke structure right here, and that was a bullish bias. But me personally, I wouldn't really want to trade that. On the 1 hour, I saw that we were in a downtrend right here, so I didn't think that we were going to be reversing, right? But ultimately we did, and I missed a good entry. So if we go into the 15-minute, this was where the setup actually was. So we had a 15-minute market maker buy model. We had this 15-minute fair value gap right here, and then we had this level of sell side liquidity being taken out right. So we scale down. We can see that we displaced past these highs on the 15-minute right here, and we had a 15-minute fair value gap right here. So realistically, this was your first entry that you could have taken, but I did miss this because I just didn't notice it. And then I can't remember who taught me this, but I remember somebody saying after a certain take profit's been hit on a market maker buy model, you can scale down into the smaller time frames, and you can look for something called like the remanipulation, and after the remanipulation, price will heavily distribute. So this was the first drawn liquidity that was taken, and I was like, okay, cool, I want to look for this so-called manipulation. So what did I see? Right here we can see that we have this level of sell side liquidity being taken. So this was my manipulation move, and I thought, okay, anytime after this I can enter. So I saw that we had these 1 minute fair value gaps right here, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna enter here with my stop loss at this low, super tight stop loss, targeting these highs up here probably. And then price just smashed my TPs without giving me an entry. I remember also thinking I'll put a take profit at this 15-minute fair value gap, and after it hits this TP, I'm not going to trade. And as you guys can see, it clearly hit my TP, but I didn't get an entry. So yeah, nice little market maker buy model, like end of distribution. I don't know what the fucking name is, but it's the theory where it's like after a take profit's being hit, it's going to manipulate a level of liquidity and then continue extending higher. But if I was locked in on this trade, which I wasn't, I could have caught a re-entry right here, I think. And yeah, realistically could have caught an entry here, but unfortunately I did miss it. Probably put my stop loss at this low, and I did say I wasn't going to trade after this draw had been hit, so I was just practicing my discipline. But like at the end of the day, I still missed out on a decent trade right here, and I probably could have even targeted like this draw here, this 15-minute fair value gap. And as you guys can clearly see, that was a really clean trade we could have taken on GU this week. But yeah, I'm noticing that market conditions are starting to get better, I reckon. Like the last couple months have been pretty whack, but this week actually had some pretty good setups. So yeah, ignore all this, we'll get to that. We now see that we have a 15-minute fair value gap right here, and this level of buy side liquidity. Price is just chopping. We create this low, which is a take profit. We create this Asian low. We create these equal lows right here. Strong point of targeting for liquidity. And yeah, we scroll into the 5-minute now, and we see after price has taken out this level of buy side liquidity and filled this 15-minute fair value gap, we can see right here we get a nice internal sweep of this high. We get a tiny little 5-minute break right here, and then this is the major displacement, and then we have this 5-minute fair value gap. Now you could either enter on the fake out on this fair value gap on the retest of this candle, or what you could have done is wait for the 5-minute break, enter on this 1-minute fair value gap up here, or as you guys can see, we'll have this big breaker block right here, and the 5-minute fair value gap does get retested, so you could get a very sniper entry right here. This is a very clean entry in my opinion. What do you want to target? Obviously, equal lows have a strong drawing point to liquidity. We had the Asian lows right here. We know that the market likes to target time frame lows like sessions, and then we had this draw on sell side liquidity, which would have been your final TP, and then boom, another very clean trade you could have taken. I'm starting to notice that a lot of these trades that I am calling out, though, they don't really match with the high time frame bias. As you can see, like, the overall trend is bullish. We are making higher highs, higher lows. You could possibly say that we have a level of resistance right here. Maybe that's why we could start to look for a short on this trade. But what my trading plan says is you do need, you don't need, but you do want to, for the sake of your own habits, you do want to follow market structure. You do want to follow the higher time frame breaker structures. So maybe I should alter it, maybe I shouldn't. We're still testing out, still seeing what works and what's not working. But if we were to adapt and identify what's working in the market at this current moment in time, I think all I really need is 15-minute confluence. And if I want extra, like if I want an A+ setup, 1 hour confluence. And if we scroll onto the 1 hour, we can see that we have this level with this 1 hour fair value gap right here. And yeah, if you do want to follow market structure, if you do want to take a trade bullish because the trend is bullish, obviously you do need less confluences because of that, because trend extensions need less probabilities. They're much more high probability because you're just following the trend. The trend is your friend, corny as fuck shit. But yeah, you draw an OTE from this swing low right here up to this swing high right here, and price taps into the 79 point. Fill the 1 hour fair value gap, scale in. All I'm noticing right now, all you really need is a 15-minute break for an entry. So you get a 15-minute break past this high right here. Here, this big, thick red candle. And as you guys can clearly see, we have this 15-minute fair value gap right here and a 15-minute breaker block. So your first entry is when price retraces into this 15-minute silver bullet, which is already a good enough entry for me. You could target this 4 hour fair value gap right here. And then if you want to look for a second entry, which is like what I like to do, you could scale into the 5-minute. You see you get a 5-minute break right here, and you enter on another 5-minute fair value gap right here. Boom, that's another entry. And then if you want even another entry right here, that's your original entry just on the 15-minute. You also see we get another 5-minute fair value gap right here. And then we also get another 5-minute break. So you're in three contracts, 3 entries right now. In my opinion, this is high probability. This is good confluence. This is how you really stack on, like, this is how you really, like, this is proper leveraging, in my opinion. When price is just giving you all of these entries and confluences, that's how you make your bread, bro. And yeah, that was basically all the good trades I saw this week on GU. It was a decent trading week for GU. I know everybody's been like complaining about GU because it's just like consolidating. It low-key is, but if it's giving you these entries, then it's clearly not that bad. But yeah, those are the 3 setups I saw in GU this week. Unfortunately, I didn't catch any of them. I did see the market maker armament over here play out, but unfortunately I didn't catch that. Let me know if you guys like this new type of video where we just where I just go over the trades instead of like milking it, instead of just having to like. Let me know down in the comments if you prefer the live trading and seeing how the trade plays out in real time, or if you just prefer me to backtest it, because I know all of you guys, time is important, time is money, time is energy. So yeah, anyways guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace.